Hey, what's going on guys, it's Abyss, and today we are back with a very strange type of video. It's going to be a PvP video, don't you worry about that, but before I get into it, I want to talk about this plugin that I've been using. For the last week now, on my last video, and of course on my Twitch live streams, I've been getting asked 24/7 what I'm using to make my gear look the way that it is. So basically, I downloaded a plugin called the Weapon Animation Replacer, and this here allows you to change all of your different sets of armor to look pretty much like anything you want. So for example, my crystal armor will look like perfected crystal armor that you get from the gauntlet. You can also change your character's stance. So for example, I can be holding a cursed banana, which will make me run differently. I think it looks pretty cool, and I just have fun playing around with it from time to time. It's also interesting to be able to change all of your armor sets. So for example, I'm wearing Ancestral, but I like how Third Age looks much better. And of course you can, wield weapons in different stances as well. So I'm going to be using all of these different stances and armor setups throughout this video. So when you guys see me wearing gear that I don't necessarily have, or stuff is recolored to look a little different, that's basically what's going on. Anyways guys, we're going to go to the Rev Caves. There's tons and tons of loot. And before I get into that, I'm going to let you guys know we are going to be doing another Dragon Claw giveaway in this video. So if you want a chance to win some free Dragon Claws, just comment down below with your username, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. We have a lot of kills to get through today. As you guys know, I'm a very big fan of the Crystal Armor set Peking, but I've been using it for a couple months now, even before the Rev Cave update and before it got very popular. I think the first time I started using the setup was in June, and I think I started using it full time somewhere around September. Anyways, I've really not used a crossbow or armadillo or any regular gear for that matter when it comes to range setups for a really long time, so I decided to switch it up, and I got into a max fight with a guy named Bliss up at the top of the Revenant caves, and he was also in some pretty good gear. And there we go, we got a Dragon Claw spec to finish him off. He was completely out of food, and that's what happens in the Revenant Caves. If you're above 30 Wilderness, you can't teleport right away. You have to actually make it all the way to the end of the entrance, and then teleport out at level 30. This here definitely worked in my favor, considering I had a lot of food left, outlasted my opponent, and locked down and secured a 45 mil kill. I ended up doing a rematch, and this time we both agreed to get in match gear, but we didn't want to use barrows or anything crazy. We wanted to switch it up so that both of our bonuses were a little bit more squishy, but didn't have any less risk. In fact, our risk is double. The only difference is we're using Dragonhide for our defensive gear and Infinity Robes for our offensive gear. We should be seeing some big hits. Now that's what I'm talking about, a perfectly one-ticked AGS. We hit a 68 and took a Bliss out for another 75 mil. We're now up about 120 mil, 130 mil total, and we're going to go back to Peking in Crystal Gear. As much as I love Peking and this stuff, the crystal gear is just so much more fun. I think overall, the perfected crystal armor with the Tanzanite mutagen is probably my favorite gear in OSRS. I've just always really loved this shade of blue, and especially having the blue skin and of course using manacles so I can see my feet just makes it look so much sicker. Once again, this is a RuneLite plugin, and if any of you guys want to try it out, it's on the plugin hub, just search it on RuneLite, and you can make your character look really cool as well. Also, it's really nice for taking things like screenshots or videos, because you don't even have to have the gear. You can literally be wearing full bronze and have anything else you want on. This was such a satisfying kill. These two clowns spent over an hour trying to stream snipe me. Every single time I'd run one of them out of food, they would go outside the cave and the other one would tag on. I think that was their strategy. In order to get my food all the way down to 0, they had to tag me and fight me 2v1. But in the end, I ended up killing this guy as he went outside the cave and ended up getting all of his loot and escaping while his boy tried desperately to get it back for him. Didn't work, and the only place his loot ended up was inside my bank. Hey guys, as of right now, only about 32% of my YouTube audience is actually subscribed to the channel. If you guys are in the 68% that isn't already subbed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And while you're down there, make sure to check out the Twitch live streams as well at twitch.tv/abyss. I live stream Deep Wilderness PKing in high risk gear every single day, and it's a really good way to get to know me and allow me to expand and get to know my audience. I really love live streaming. I try and help all my viewers learn to PK or just answer general questions. Plus, it's a really fun time and I do tons of giveaways. So go and check out both of those down below, hit the subscribe button, follow on Twitch, and now let's get back to the PKing. Speaking of stream sniping, over the last couple days, this multi-clan has been hitting me non-stop. They keep trying to bait me into multi outside the Revenant caves, and in this instance, obviously, I had a bunch of people PKing with me from my live stream. I knew it was a lure, and I knew exactly how they were going to try and get me in, but it becomes a RuneScape tug of war where the people in multi are trying to bring the people in single over to them, and vice versa, the people that are in single are trying to bring the multi-PKers closer so that they can barrage them together. Now, when this happens, it creates a RuneScape tug of war, and eventually one team ends up making a mistake. In that instance, it was me that made the mistake. I ended up getting too close, I got frozen, their D spears got on me, and of course I was collapsed on for 400 mil worth of gear. I think of myself as a pretty good tank on RuneScape, but sometimes there's just nothing you can do. I ended up getting collapsed on with really bad defense bonuses, no combo food, and of course about 50 special attacks on my head. However, I still have a lot of friends up there, and here's one of the perspectives from what was going on while I was dead at the bank.
Oh my god, I was about to die. Yeah,
This just died.
This just died.
How much did he die for?
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
Run,
Barrage,
Oh my
hold
god,
on.
they're done.
Run, shoot whoever loots. If you're normals, fucking bring up TP.
Simo, I think it's Simo.
Rush them
Simo,
off, rush them
Simo.
off.
Get on Simo, get on Simo. There's a kill.
Bro, they're all dying. Holy shit. Simo's dead.
Yeah, anyone who tries to loot. Anyone who tries to loot.
Oh, I have it. I have all of it.
Females loot just spawned.
Oh shit!
I got all of it. I got all of it.
You got all of it?
Like all of it. I need help bad.
Come cave, come.
Shout out to my boy Pip. He ended up getting 150 mil out of the 350 that I died for. So I'm down about 200 mil. I can go and do some death matches or do something to make that back. But check out Pip's channel down below in the description. And shout out to him for taking that risk in order to try and help me get my stuff back. A lot of people would just say screw that and they go and bank and make sure that they didn't have to risk anything. But he put his GP on the line in order to help me. And to be honest, I really appreciate that. I decided to head on over to the GE, and I'm going to try and make the remainder of my money back doing a Darok deathmatch. I pulled 1 bill out of the bank, which is a little bit excessive. I'm only down about 200 or 300 mil, but I'm going to have some fun with this plugin while I do it. Let's see what type of stance we can do while DHing. With a 62 aerial flying carpet magic Darok axe combo, we ended up getting a 1 bill kill, plus his Crimson Torture, and yeah, let's get back to Wilderness. Now that I'm back to the Revenant Caves, I'm going to be doing any and everything that I can do to hunt this team down that's been stream sniping and doing the multi-lures. They PK in the Revenant Caves often, and I've been hit by them so many times that I recognize their names, so when I find them, I'm going to take them out. Now that is super annoying. With 2 HP, he manages to get away and get a teleport at level 30, and my hunt continues. A little while later, I ended up finding another one of their members. He was inside the caves in about 150 mil gear. He had full crystal and a max set, and some other PKers were hunting him at the time. I told them that he was a multi-lure, and I proceeded to help them take this guy down since I knew that he was baiting them for a bigger team in multi. As you can see, we ended up taking this guy out. He didn't even manage to make it to his team. He ran as far as he could, but he ran out of food as well. While we were trying to figure out what to do, his team ended up logging in and surrounded the loot pile. I told the guy who got the kill to go and bank and come back with rags and try and loot whatever he could, and we would do our best to secure him while he was looting the pile. After a few moments, all of the max gear ended up appearing on the ground and spawning in front of the multi-team, but of course they weren't able to pick any of it up simply because they logged in after their member had already died. This is a RuneScape PvP mechanic that works really well for situations like this. All we had to do was send one ragger in to scoop everything up and then save him on his way out. And that's exactly what we did. We were just mass barraging them, they were dropping like flies, and we ended up making it out with all of his gear. I ended up getting a little slice of the pie for helping, but I'm not done here. I still want more blood, and we're going back to the Rev Caves. After a little bit of world hopping, I came across something that completely shocked me. The same guy that we killed in multi just a couple clips ago is re-geared and trying to stream snipe me once again. There's no way that this guy thinks that this can work out. In fact, I'm not even gonna let him make it to multi this time. And there we go, another 40 mil in the bag. Hopefully this guy's learned his lesson. Stop stream sniping me every single time you try. The only place you end up is in the looting bag. And that is it for now, guys. We're gonna run a quick giveaway here and see which lucky commenter on the previous video is gonna get a free pair of Dragon Claws. The random comment picker loaded 570 comments, and it looks like the winner is someone named I Got Perp. He says, great content. All right, man, you know the rules, you know how this works. Follow any of the links down below in the description. In order to claim your prize, message me on either Twitter, Instagram, Discord, or come to the Twitch live streams, and I have a pair of Dragon Claws waiting for you. And that is it for the video today, guys. Thank you so much if you did watch all the way through until the end. Remember to leave a like and comment down below with your username, and of course subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.